Theme park merchandise in the UK has really stepped up in the past couple years. We've seen massive improvements on pins, clothing designs, resins, and so much more, but there's always been a gap in the market. And today I'm going to do my best to try and convince the parks of the UK to finally add this piece of merchandise that I've been wanting for so long to the parks. But you're probably wondering what I'm talking about. I'm talking about music. Music in a theme park is arguably one of the most important factors to fully immerse yourself in a themed experience. Or in other words, and yeah, I know we get the odd CD every now and then with a selection of music from the park, but that's not enough. I need a CD made out of plastic that's extremely fragile. I'm talking about vinyl. Vinyl records have made a massive comeback in the past couple years, and I think now would be the perfect time to put the park music on a vinyl and make it into a collectible thing that everyone wants. Everyone on the planet, 8 billion people want it. So today I'll be making 3 different designs / concepts for different UK parks. And if they ever get made in the future, you know who to come back to. Anyway, enough yapping, let's get into it. Okay, we are here in Photoshop and we're going to start making the first design for a record for a vinyl, and I'm going to start on Alton Towers and I'm going to do Forbidden Valley. Now the reason I'm going to do a vinyl for the whole of Forbidden Valley is because there are two main rides in there, if we forget about Galactica for a little bit. 2 main rides that have great theme songs. We've got Toxicator and Nemesis Reborn, and I'm pretty sure those are both I'm a Score, and I'm a Score are the people who make the music. But anyway, so for the first record I'm going to do the music of Forbidden Valley, and that's going to be the title. But in Photoshop I'm going to do a little sketch to show you what I'm thinking, because I got a pretty cool idea and it's all down to my skills to see if I can actually make it. So no pressure. Okay, so on the outline, Jesus Christ, on the outline I want a border. Now, whoa, ignore that. I'm going to do that again. It looks like a piece of bread. What is that? Right, I want a border. Why do I keep sneezing in this video? I want a border that goes around the whole of the outside, and it's going to be metal basically, and it's going to have screws in the side so it looks like some military graded stuff, and it's going to have maybe a couple bullet holes. I think it will look cool. It's going to be made out of metal, so I'm going to have to find a little metal asset for that one. And then I'm thinking the main centerpiece is going to be, that's definitely not what I wanted. The main centerpiece is going to be the Forbidden Valley entrance sign, which if you haven't seen it, it's really cool. It's like, it says Forbidden Valley, but it's made out of vines, and it looks really cool. So I'm going to put Forbidden. So you're going to take a photo of the entrance sign, and then at the top I think it would be cool if we can have the music of Forbidden Valley. So next up we need the 2 main rides. I'm going to have Toxicator on this side. Oh god, how do I draw Toxicator? That's not great, is it? And then we're going to have like the helix maybe of Nemesis Reborn, and that's pretty much the whole thing. We can maybe put the Alton Towers logo down here, and then next to it have the I'm a Score logo down there as well. Wow, that's going to be interesting to make. Let's get all the assets together and start making the actual piece. Get this tablet out of the way. Should never have bought this. I can't draw. Okay, I have found a load of photos from Theme Park Guide, so big credits to Theme Park Guide. And look at this, we got a load of shots of Nemesis, we got some Toxicator ones. I think that should be okay. But anyway, what out of these 2 is better? That one probably. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Right, so if we're going off my plan, I want it to be nice and centered. All right, so now we're gonna cut it out by hand. So I'll see you in a minute. There we go. All cut out, flawless. And if you flick between them 2, you can't really tell the difference, which is brilliant. Now when we get to the colouring bit, you can't read Forbidden Valley that clearly, so I'm going to change the colours and all that to make it readable. But let's keep cutting out more stuff. Here we go. We'll get the metal in and we can basically cut out the shape. That didn't work. Let me do it again. There we go. The border is complete. And if we put a couple of these bad boys in, we can copy and paste it to the other side, and then one more at the top. Right, okay. Now let's put Toxicator in there. I'd say that's fine. We'll try and find a good Reborn photo that would fit in. Definitely not that one. That one could work. Hello. Right, we'll put in that one there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then I think we try and find a nice little sunset. Whack that in there. Put it to the top. It's finished. No, but in all seriousness, I'm going to have to cut out every photo and blend it together, so it might take a while. So hopefully I'll see you when it's a little bit more complete and it looks a little bit better than this. Although depending on who you ask, this is a work of art. So I will see you in probably about 4 days. See you later. So like past Toby said, this whole first step just involved cutting out all the elements from the background so we can easily add effects and lighting to it later down the line. Now Photoshop do have a tool called Sky, and it pretty much automatically removes the sky from your photos, which saves a load of time, but it doesn't remove everything flawlessly, so here I am just manually going around the edges to make it look a bit sharper and make it blend in the background a bit more when it comes to adding the lighting. Okay, so we've now cut everything out and it still looks terrible, to be honest. And now we get onto the most time-consuming part, and that is colouring everything, making sure it blends in, everything like that pretty much. And I'm probably still going to have a play around with the positioning of stuff because, I mean, it kind of overlaps and it looks a bit bad. But again, that comes with blending and all that stuff, and that will take the longest time. So I will come back to you once I've blended everything. Hopefully it looks good at the end, but yeah, it's going to take a while, and I'm going to add other stuff as well. I mean, I'm going to add like trees in the background, birds maybe, I'm going to add some birds, but for now the main elements have been cut out, they've been assembled, and yeah, let's get into blending, and I'll see you in about another 24 hours after this is complete. Now, moving on to the main time consumer of the project, lighting and blending. This bit's always the make or break of the project, and well, with this one, you can be the deciding vote. Let me know down below. Anyway, the Forbidden Valley sign was very hard to read from the photo, and I mean, it's meant to be hard to read in real life because that's the whole point of the sign. It's sort of like an Easter egg in a way, not really, but you know what I mean. Anyway, but for looking at it on a design, it was extremely inconvenient, so I decided to find a way to remove the white text in the background of the sign, and I did this by using the clone stamp tool in Photoshop, and it actually turned out a lot better than I thought. It was a bit fiddly because it kind of has a mind of its own, but after messing around with it for a while, I think it turned out cool. This was probably my favourite part of the design. That random jar I found on Google is absolutely perfect for one of the Toxicator columns. Yeah, it's perfect. It was on a black background, so if you know Photoshop, you can remove the background very easily. And yeah, I think it looks great. That's a little life hack for if you need glass for an edit. Just look on Google Images for like a glass bowl or something, and you can get the shadows, and it will look great. But yeah, little life hack for you. Okay, after many hours, I have finished the design. Let me know what you think, but let's have the grand reveal in 3, 2, 1. There you go, let's get rid of that. It's the final cover. This took me a lot longer than it should have. I'm not 100% happy with it just because it doesn't look blended very well, but this is just a little concept video. I'm not actually making the vinyl. But no, we've got the entrance sign. I ended up getting rid of the text behind the Forbidden Valley thing because you couldn't read it. The music of Forbidden Valley featuring music from Nemesis Reborn and Toxicator. And then down here we've got the Alton Towers logo and the I'm a Score logo. I'm pretty sure it's I'm a Score that did the music. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, that is the final album cover, and what I've actually done is I have made a little mock-up so we can see what it would look like as an actual record. And there we go, it's in there. And it would be on red vinyl because Forbidden Valley is red. But you're probably wondering, there's one little factor that we haven't edited yet, and we're going to do that right now. We're going to do the label for the record. So, I don't want to keep it too far from the original material, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a sort of like rusty metally background. What if we flip that round? Oh, perfect. Yippee! Alright, I think that looks good. Let's get the name of the record in. The Music of Forbidden Valley. And we can move that over here as the main title. Let's make Forbidden Valley a bit bolder. What is wrong with me today? There we go. Or would it be cooler? Hang on, let me try something. Alright, I have stolen this again from Redbubble, so if this is yours, I'm sorry, but it's mine now. What would it look like? Not a fan. We'll keep it how it was. Alright, we need a side and then a big old A. That can go in there. And now I picked Forbidden Valley because I think on Spotify, here we go. The Nemesis Reborn soundtrack is 19 minutes and 56 seconds long. If you didn't know, a 12-inch record can fit 20 minutes of music on one side. So Nemesis Reborn on one side, and then on the other side, Toxicator, 17 minutes, 10 seconds. It fits perfectly. So side A would have Nemesis, side B would have Toxicator. So I'm thinking, if we get our trusty masking tape back, what would it look like if we turn that into caution tape? And then we put the track list on there. Oh my golly gosh. Please look good. I mean, it looks all right. I can fix it. I can fix it. I can fix it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right, and now we can write on the track list. Oh god. Help. That's a long title. Bloody hell. Nemesis contain. Oh god, I spelled that wrong. Alright, I got it working. There's a lot of long names in this, so I'm gonna do it slanted, if you know what that means. No, hopefully we can have that one going along there. Okay. Now we're talking. We've got ourselves a little track list. I don't know, does it look weird? I feel like it looks weird. I'm overthinking it. Maybe if we do one a little bit thinner than the other, kind of splits it up a little bit. Oh, we can go off the lines actually. 3 in the middle of the black line, 4 in the middle of the yellow line. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm overthinking it. There we go. That looks like a thing, doesn't it? Right, let's get the Alton Towers logo back in here. Right, I think if we whack this at the top, and then maybe we can put the Reborn logo somewhere, because it is the Reborn side. If we line up in the middle of here, move it on this side, maybe the track list is too big. Maybe it's way too big. Or maybe it's just at the bottom. Okay, I think I like this a little bit more. All I'm going to do is make the shadow a little bit bolder, and then I think we're fine. I think we'll leave it like that, because the more I look at it, the more I'll change everything. So let's save this and put it into the file and see what it looks like. Well, there we go. It's complete. The first record concept, the music of Forbidden Valley. Looking at it like this, I am actually very happy with it. Obviously, there are things I would change, but I'm not going to spend years on this, and I just want to get the video out. So with that being said, the music of Forbidden Valley, let me know what you think down below, and let me know if you would buy this and if Alton Towers should make it. And I think the answer to that one is yes. Anyway, that took a very long time, and I've got 2 more to make, so I think the next one is going to be a lot more scaled back, and I've got a little plan, so let's move on to that one. Alright, so a little backstory for this next one. Last time we went to Thorpe Park, I bought quite a few pins, and I have no money left. This pin right here, I just think it looks so nice. It's a really cool design. Jesus. But yeah, I think the colours are really cool. The branding is just beautiful. So for this next soundtrack, I'm going to basically do Thorpe Park and the whole park soundtrack. Because if you don't know, last year, I think Thorpe Park did a massive rebrand. Whole new logo, whole new park soundtrack. And the new park soundtrack is unreal. I'm going to play you like 20 seconds of one of the snippets from the park soundtrack. Just listen to it. It's so funky. Isn't that great? We need it on anything that can play music. So let's go ahead. It's going to be a pretty simple design by the looks of it. Just 4 segments. I'm kind of cheating a little bit because the guy Robiero who designed the whole rebrand, he's made a little document showcasing all the thought process for it, and I can steal the colors for it, which is perfect. Oh yeah, and he made the map as well. So big fan. So basically I'm going to steal this little image there and copy the colors from the photo. There's that one. Next one's blue. Boom. Next one's red. Yowza. And next one is yellow for Hyperia. Perfect. I think we're done here actually. Right, let's make this white. The colors are quite vibrant, so I might have to find a way to tone them down a little bit. We can maybe do a different pattern for each square. I don't want to exactly copy the pin badge. He used pink for that color, and you know what, I'm going to tone down the blue in the background as well. All right, let's keep going. Next one. There we go. We can put that one in there. Oh, and it wraps around the T. Oh, and then that would be the yellow color. Okay, we've got the bean logo coming in. There we go. We can put the beans down there. Color that in. One more color left, and that is yellow. All right, we're going to use one of these 2 for the yellow designs, top or bottom. All right, I think we're going to go with the the same mint that's used over here. There we go. Okay, we'll leave it like that for now. And then I need to get a font. I need to find a font. Oh. Literally perfect. Would you look at that? It's on Adobe fonts. Oh my gosh, it's meant to be. And then we can move that down here. I think looks alright. Black won't look good with it. It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't really fit though. I really do not want to put a shadow on it because I don't think it will look good at all. Doesn't look terrible. Alright, let me have a think about something that could work and I'll come back to you. Okay, I decided on just doing a little very faint shadow in the background. I don't think it looks too bad. And we can't go back and change it even if we wanted to because I forgot to save the file. Anyway, let's get it into our mock-up and see what it would look like. There we go. I think it's safe to say Thought Park's main colour would be a sort of like turquoise. Yeah, I'd say that. Right, let's move on to the tag. Now, I'm thinking a nice bright yellow would work and I think it would look great. Oh, it looks pretty decent. We need to pick a pattern. I think we should go with let's go with the coaster track that I didn't use. Ooh, there we go. That goes nicely around the middle point. And then I'm gonna go through the colors and see what one sticks out. Right, okay. We need the Thought Park logo. There we go. Looks pretty nice. And then over here, I think we can do Park Soundtrack. Over here, nice little place there. Does that look alright? I mean, maybe we don't go with a turquoise. Maybe we go with like a... Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I know I'm kind of breaking the brand guidelines, but I think it looks a bit nicer to read. And maybe we don't do the A underneath. Maybe we do side A and the A's. I think, yeah, I like it. Big fan. Yeah! And then we don't actually have a track list for the park, so I'm going to put a load of random ones down. Welcome. I spelled welcome wrong. Welcome to the island. Oh my god. Welcome to the island, into the dome. What else? 50p on a claw machine. And we'll do Hyperia is closed again. And there we go. I'd say that's... I'd say it's okay. Alright, like I said, you know I'd spend ages on this tag, so we're just going to go with that. And there we go. There is the Thought Park Soundtrack on vinyl concept. Again, a bit of a more simple design this time, but the Forbidden Valley one took way too long. So anyway, let's move on to the final design. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but yeah, let's see how it goes. So there we go, there are all three designs on a vinyl concept. Let me know what you think, and if any parks are watching this, please, please, please put the music on a vinyl. It will be so good, and I promise your sales will increase tenfold. I can't guarantee that. There we go, make sure you subscribe. We're very close to 2k, so it would be very appreciative if you help me get near that goal. But there we go, thank you for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. So, goodbye!